Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm pretty sure this is the first video that's going up after spooky season. I hope you enjoyed spooky season. Did you? Let me know down below. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was very stressed in a good way though. I was stressed out in the fact that I was doing a video every other day, so when I was like, okay, that video's gone up, now I have to start editing my next one. So I don't know if I'm ever going to be one of those people that uploads every single day or every other day all the time, but I did enjoy it. It was very much fun and I enjoyed the looks and the feedback I got, which was great, and a lot of you guys have said that you have been really enjoying it, so that's great. For November though, I am going to give myself a small break. I'm only going to do one video a week unless things change and I add things to my list. I don't know, that happens. It tends to happen. Currently, today is the 23rd of October that I'm filming this. And as of the 21st, Ireland went back into lockdown for 6 weeks. Now I could be in and out of work doing online stuff. I'm not sure yet. I've no hearsay about it. But I have more time, so I may add more things to it, I may not, I don't know, I'll have to see how things go. But they'll be up anyway, so you can hit subscribe down below to know if I do upload, and also to help me hit my goal of 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If I could get there, I'll be so happy. Also, if you want to see up close pictures of this look, I will have it on my Instagram, which is linked down below as always. But today I haven't even talked about the palette yet. Oh my god. We're going to be doing our first impressions using the Give Me Glow Grunge palette, and I love it, and I love the packaging. It's so stunning. It's so noughties, like early noughties, cool kid kind of look. I just love it. I think it's so cute. I love everything about it, the back and everything, even the box is decorated like that. I love it. And then the inside looks like this. So it's so me. Like if I was to put together a neutral palette, this is very me. This would be the kind of neutrals that I would go for. Maybe would add one more shimmer into it, but that's different. There is 2 shimmers and 7 mattes. This is kind of like a light, very cool toned bone color because it's called Bonehead, but it's quite cool tone, so it wouldn't necessarily be like my skin tone. It would be something I would use on my brow bone with these kind of looks, but I didn't use it today. But I will use it in my 3 Looks On palette when I do that, because I will be doing a 3 Looks On palette with this. I will have that coming up later on in the month, so again, you'll know if you subscribe. But yeah, I love this look that I did. I think it's so fun. The colors are lovely, they're very pigmented, and there is fallout, so you will see that in the video. I did get some very strong fallout. I look like a Tim Burton character for most of the video, which is kind of normal for me now at this point. I do usually look like a Tim Burton character. But yeah, it's just something I would probably, and I'm going to try it with my 3 Looks On palette, doing my eyes first and then I'll do my skin after, because I just ended up putting more product on my skin. But anyway, the look turned out great. I love it. I'm feeling so myself right now and so edgy glam. Yeah. Also, count how many times in this video do I say grunge, because I say it a lot as far as I know. I'm probably going to say it a lot in my 3 Looks On palette. Anywho, let's go on to some swatches. I'm going to do some swatches on my arm and then I will get on to the tutorial. Alrighty guys, so we're going to start with the shade Bonehead up here, and like I said, it's a cool toned, almost like a grey white kind of colour, and that's going to go right there. It's a very nice colour. It is a very nice transition colour for me for these kinds of tones. It kind of leans a little bit purpley, almost ghosty looking, like a ghosty white kind of colour. Very nice. Then we're going to go into Teenage Dirtbag, which I have on my eyes right now. And this is like a very standard grunge colour. Like a grungy brown. Like look how they swatch. My goodness me. And wait until you see the shimmers. Oh. So yeah, it's just your standard grungy brown, mid-tone brown, but for a grungy eye, and I love it, and I use it in this look, so it's very nice. Next then is a shimmer. It's the shade 90s, which is a gold. I'm going to do one swipe around, like one complete anti-clockwise sort of go, and then there she is. We'll do one more just because I feel like it. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure this is definitely in my top 3 best shimmer formulas I've ever used, ever, I think. They're so nice, and this is like a a gold that could be very gold if you want it to be, or it can be very antique gold if you wanted it to be as well. It can lean either way. Next then is the shade Punk, which is this very blue toned purple, and it's quite a strong dark purple. Like the mattes in this are so nice as well. They're very pigmented, but you do get fallout from them. Like, look at this. Have you ever seen a purple swatch like that? Oh yes, love it. Then we're going to go into the shade Nirvana, which I have on the center of my lid right now. This is like a taupey, silvery, purpley brown, but a bit of depth in it, and there's like a bit of a pinky kind of reflect off it sometimes as well. Look at him. And this is the kind of colour, again, that would lean purple, pink, brown, whichever way you want to go about it, depending on what you put with it. Next then is the shade Smells Like Teen Spirit. Can I just say I love the names in this one? It's bringing me back. And this is like a terracotta brown sort of shade. It's kind of a brown with a pink in it. And it's just a very nice colour. It'll be very nice to go with these kind of colours as well, especially the next shade I'm going to show you now in a second, which is the pinky colour. Yeah, it's a very interesting palette to put together. Then we're going to go in with the shade Grunge, which I have on my eyes right now. It's the main kind of purpley shade that I have on. And this can also lean more grey purple like I have on now, or quite pink, depending on what way you blend it. Oh, look at him. Oh, they're just so nice. Next then is a very dark brown. This is the shade Underground. And it's super like a dark chocolate brown. Kind of cool toned as well. There's not much red in it. Oh, look. I'm just going to gush over these. I'm not really going to tell you anything else about them. Then the last one here is Black Hole Sun, which is the matte black. And I did use this to deepen up the look a little bit, but you only need the tiniest little bit. Look at it. It's so smooth. These mattes in this palette are so smooth. They're so good. One of the best formulas I think I've ever used. Definitely my top 5 formula altogether. Definitely my top 3 shimmers. So yeah, love this palette. Very much a neutral palette for my kind of vibe. I'm covered in shadow right now, but I'm going to clean off my fingers. Alright guys, so that is the swatches. So let's get into the actual look that I have on right now, which I think is so nice. Alright guys, so I am so excited for this. I have had this palette for so long and I haven't even touched it yet. I've swatched it, but I haven't actually worn it yet. This is the Give Me Glow Grunge palette. Now I know some of the older palettes don't have this print on it, but I'm still happy that I have this print on it because this is so cute. You will see at the beginning all the swatches of all the colours, and I'm going to try and use a few colours in this video, but I'm probably not going to use every single one. I'm feeling Halo Eye today. I am feeling this colour down here is the one that I want mostly, and probably the shade Nirvana, which is like a taupey mauvey shimmer. I'm probably going to use Teenage Dirtbag because it's like the best grunge colour ever, and then I might use a bit of black just to see how it looks on the eye, and if I want to I'll pop a bit of 90s on the inner corner, or I might even just use Nirvana on the inner corner. I'll see. I love this palette. So let's jump straight in. I already have my skin on. I haven't like done full concealer yet. You can see like blemishes and stuff, but I've done under eye concealer, and everything that I have on my face is going to be listed down below, even my eyeshadow primer, which I've just put on as well. So let's get straight in here. I'm going to go in with my Inglot 6SS brush, big fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the shade Teenage Dirtbag. I'm so excited to use this palette. Oh my god. I know they're pigmented because I have swatched them and I've seen people use them, so I know it's going to be very pigmented. So I'm taking some of that on the brush, and this is just going to go mostly in the crease, and yeah, that's mostly it. It's mostly going to be the transition shade of the look. I want the kind of purpley pinky kind of colour to be the main shade, and the shimmer on the lid is going to act as my halo highlight. That's a really nice colour though. That's definitely my kind of transition shade. It just gives a little bit of a shadow. So I'm going to work on my lower lash line in a while. I'll do that after. I want to do all my upper lid. I'm going to take the shade Grunge, which is the kind of, I don't even know how to describe the colour. It's purple, it's pink, it's all of them at once. It's not even a burgundy, it's not even a red, it's not a purple, it's also not a pink. I don't know. It's like a berry, I think. I don't know how to describe it. And I'm taking that on a Makeup Geek defined crease brush, and it's just a small little crease like blending brush, but it's quite small and precise. And this is just going to go on the outer corner. I feel like with this palette, this is a great like neutral palette for someone like me, where I like neutral but in a weird way, and this is what this kind of is, you know what I mean? It has them weird kind of pops of colour, but you can still make them neutral if you want to, or wear them as their actual colours, which is kind of what I'm doing now. I'm also popping a tiny bit of that on my inner corner on the lid, and we're going to leave a gap in the center of the lid like your any normal halo eye, but I'm just bringing this into the crease. I have a good bit of fallout from this. It's not like anything that's very shocking or anything like that, but it's just noticeable. And then I'm going to go back in with my 6SS and pick up a little bit more of that Teenage Dirtbag shade, just a dab, but I mean so much comes up. There is a good bit of kick up from these, but they're so pigmented, so you have to be careful and literally just do a dab. And I'm just going to use that to soften out all the edges around here. And you can always add more of the purple and then go back in with the grunge. It's up to yourself. What I want to do now is take, we will take a little bit of the black, and this is the Black Hole Sun, which is this one here. I'm pretty sure it's quite a true black. I know sometimes when you have a black, it's like, is it black or is it grey? I'm pretty sure this is quite black. So we're just going to pop a tiny little dab of it. Like, now that I know, a tiny dab. So I mostly kind of went on my outer corner, right where my lashes are, and kind of just dabbed a little bit up. I don't want to bring it into the crease or anything like that. It's just going to go close to the lashes. Just dab it on. Okay, I'm going to not use any glitter primer because I just want to see how these shimmers look as they are. I do use glitter primer with most of my shimmers in palettes anyway, but from swatching these shimmers, I'm pretty sure these could be possibly the best shimmers I've ever used in my life, so I just want to use it on its own. You can kind of see in the palette there how much kick up is in these two here. Not much in this because I only literally dabbed my finger in. Oh my god, I almost dropped the palette. Oh my god, my bumhole just clenched there. Oh. So I'm just going to take a flat brush. This is just from my V Cosmetics brush set. It's just a really flat concealer brush, and we're going to go into the shade Nirvana. Picks up pretty well on the brush. And let's just see. So this is just going to go in the center. Yep, don't need any glitter primer. Wow. So just cleaned off my little defined crease brush from Makeup Geek, and that shimmer is beautiful, by the way. I'm going to take the shade Grunge again, just a little dab of that, and we're just going to blend kind of around all the shimmer part just to help it blend nicely into the deeper matte shades. So just tapping over where they meet on the outer corner, a little bit on the inner corner. You can always add more shimmer if you need to, but just get in and make sure that they all blend lovely together, which everything is blending very nicely. Oh, that shimmer is so nice, and I think I may actually use it on my inner corner just to keep with that whole grunge look. Here's the bit I'm afraid for. I'm gonna wipe and just see what happens. Okay, that's nothing unmanageable. It's not great. I look like a Tim Burton character now, which is great. Yeah, it's not the worst I've ever experienced. The worst fallout I've ever experienced, I would say, is my Juvia's Place Saharan 2 palette. I think it's the shade called Zora. I think it's the one that's like looks red, but it comes out kind of like a raspberry pink. I literally got a little bit of that on my forehead. My entire forehead went pink from fallout. It just flicked up there for some reason. So that's the worst I've ever experienced. So this is actually not too bad. So I'm just going to fix this and then we'll work on the lower lash line. Okay, I've kind of tidied it up a little bit, not to the full extent yet, because I am going to do some under eye concealer again, but I don't want to have any more fall down. So we're going to just work on the lower lash line. So I'm going to go back in with the shade Grunge, the pinky colour. And this is a Real Techniques accent brush, just like a small little flat brush. And this just got to go on the outer third of the lower lash line, really close to the lashes. And then I'm also taking some on the inner third. Also very close to the lashes. Just leave a little gap in the middle. It doesn't have to be as big as what you did on top, but just some sort of gap somewhere in the centre of the eye. So just cleaned off my Define Crease Brush a little bit. I'm just going to go in with the teeny weeniest little dab. I know I keep saying tiny dab, but I'm literally meaning a tiny dab because they're so pigmented. You can see it on the brush here, and I've tapped it off a lot. And I'm just going to take that and we're just going to go in over where we've already applied that purple shade. And it'll just help to blur it down just a little bit. I'm going to go back in with that small little brush again. We're going to go in with Black Hole Sun, which is the black. And I'm taking the tiniest little dab of that on the very tip of that brush, and this is just going to deepen up right into the lashes, just to keep all the tones the same. Same on the inner corner as well, just along where the lashes are. Then again, going back on my Defined Crease Brush, I know I'm going back and forward a lot, and just go back over that area just to make sure it's all blending nicely. Okay, I'll do my final little blend because I want to use the Teenage Dirtbag, the first shade that we used, to blend out the other colours, and I'm going to pop a bit of shimmer on my lower lash line, but I'm going to really tidy up my lower lash line now because I'm finished with the purples as far as I can see. So it's just the shimmer and the other blending colour. So yeah, I'll properly tidy all this up and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, is this better? I'm much better now. So let me do my final little touches. I'm going to take my little flat brush again and we're going to go into the shade Nirvana, which is that beautiful shimmer in the center. It's almost like it's kind of silvery, it's kind of purpley, it's kind of, I don't know, it's like a taupe shimmer, but the most interesting one. It's not super light, it's a bit of a darker color, it's a grungy kind of color. That's why I love this palette. I've been wanting this palette for so long. So this is just going to go on the center of the lower lash line just to match the top. Then I'm going to go back in with my 6SS, the tiniest little dab on the very, very tip of the brush, just so I have a little bit of control with the shade of Teenage Dirtbag, which is that brown. I'll just show you that top brown there. The very first shade that we used in the palette, and I'm just going to use that just around these edges, just to get rid of that pinky sort of hue and make it more murky like the upper lid. You can use a smaller brush if you don't want to go down this far, but I mean, I'm going grungy, so I might as well go for it. Okay, final little step of this palette, I'm going to take the shade Nirvana again, the shimmer from the center, on the same little flat brush that I already used, just to save brushes, very tip of the brush, and we're just going to pop this on the inner corner. I was going to use the shade 90s because it just gives an extra colour to use, but I actually want to tie everything together. So this is just going to give me that nice grungy sort of look. It's not for everyone, you can always do a lighter shimmer on the inner corner, but this is definitely for me. Alrighty, so now I'm going to jump off. We're going to do the skin. I'm going to finish off my eyes. I'll pop some sort of a lip on. I kind of have an idea for a lip on mine, but I'll see how it looks. And I will be back in a sec for my final thoughts on this beautiful, stunning palette that I'm already in love with. Alrighty guys, so this is our finished look. I'm going to very quickly go through everything that I used on my face. Please excuse the fact that you can still see some Halloween lights behind me. As I'm filming this, it's the 23rd of October, so my lights are still up because it's Halloween, and why wouldn't I keep them up? But as of right now, it's not Halloween. So let me just quickly go through everything that I used. So on my eyes, my liner, my waterline is the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Berry Fantastic, and it's just a super like proper berry, like almost like a bloody berry kind of colour on my waterline, and it makes my eyes look really blue as well, which I love. My mascara then is my Essence Get Big Lashes mascara, and then my lashes are my House of Lashes Pixie Luxe, quite crisscrossy, longer in the middle, all that kind of jazz. Love it for a halo eye. I think they're so pretty. And then my cheeks, I used my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette, this guy here, and I kind of mixed these two here, which are Carat and Princess Cut. I just kind of did like a dab of each one and use that to kind of contour and sculpt my face. Then for my blusher, I used my Sleek blush in the shade Antique, which is that kind of colour there. It looks very brown and very neutral, but on the cheeks it does have a nice pinky hue, but still, you know, grunge. That's always what we're going for with this look. And then my highlights, I also mixed two together. This is my MAC Hyper Real Glow palette in Get Lit, and these are the three colours here. I used Get Lit, which is that centre one. The whole palette is called Get Lit, and then that middle one is also called Get Lit, so the pinky one, and then this gold one, which is Gleam Sheen. I kind of mixed the two together and created a nice, very bright highlighter. Then for my lips, I went in with my MAC lip pencil in the shade Plum, which is a beautiful colour. It goes very well with these sort of tones as well. And then as my lipstick, I haven't used this in forever and ever. This is my Makeup Geek Iconic lipstick in the shade Rare. It's that kind of colour. It's like a super taupey sort of shade. And over the pencil actually deepens a little bit as well, which is lovely. And I really like how it looks. Alrighty guys, so final thoughts on the palette. Love it. Love the colours, love the tones of the colours, love how they perform, except for the fallout. So there is a lot of fallout. Next time I do my eyes, I will be doing my eyes first and I will do my skin afterwards. They're just so pigmented and so strong. Like if I even just do that, a lot comes off my finger. I haven't even rubbed it, but a lot comes off. If I do this, a lot comes off. So it's something that you have to bear in mind. You're going to really go in slowly and build up your colours. I love how the look turned out though. I think it's so pretty. I think the colours are so pretty. It's a very me kind of palette. You just have to work with it a little bit, which I'm okay with that, because I do have to. I always kind of change my techniques depending on the texture of whatever I'm using. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the palette. I think it's stunning. I'm so happy I have it. I would very much encourage you to get it if you are interested in buying it. I don't encourage you to get it if it's not in your price range, because obviously you don't need to buy makeup. You should only want to buy makeup. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. So this look will go up on my Instagram at some point this week. Like I said in the beginning, that obviously I'm not doing as many videos as I did in October. Like September and August and all those months, because I'm giving myself a little break before Christmas, just a little one, just for this month, where I do. As far as I know, I'm only doing one video a week, unless I decide to add more to that list for November. But yeah, I will see how it goes. That's the plan, is just 5 videos a week, or 5 videos a week, Jesus, no. 5 videos for this month, or 1 a week. But yeah, it'll go up if it goes up any more than that. But I am doing kind of 1 every 3 days in December, so there'll be more in December anyway, so you can look forward to that. So if you want to see all that, then hit subscribe down below. The pictures for this will go up my Instagram, which is also linked down below. Go give that a follow, because also in December I'm going to be opening my advent calendars. I have 3. I've got a Soap and Glory, I've got the NYX advent calendar for this year, and I've got my beautiful glossy box. I got an update to say it's coming in November, so, or it's going to be dispatched in November, and I'll be opening them on my story, so you have to be following me to know about it and know what I got for each day. And also the up close pictures of this look will go up there, so go give that a follow down below and give me a big thumbs up, and in the comments down below let me know if you have this palette. Do you love the palette? Because I love the palette. And if you don't have the palette, would you wear this kind of colour scheme? It's a different kind of colour scheme. It's a grungy kind of colour scheme. Are you into grunge? Let me know. I want to know. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.